All right. First of all, thank you very much to all the press. Gracias a toda la prensa por cubrir este gran evento. I believe we witnessed the future of boxing. Last weekend was the past, and now we witnessed the future. And this event, this fight, couldn't have turned out any better. I believe we witnessed Hagler Hearns all over again. It was action-packed. It was dramatic. I believe Kirkland had Canelo just a bit tired, maybe shaken up a bit, but the way he just composed himself demonstrated not only his experience, not only his ability to adapt, but his heart. He was a relentless fighter tonight as well, just like Kirkland. And that's exactly what the fight fans deserved here in Houston and everybody watching across the globe. This type of event. So we feel extremely, extremely excited about the future of the fight game, the future of boxing. And let me take this opportunity, first of all, to let everyone know that this event would not have been possible. This event was put together by a team, by a group of people that are just incredible for the sport of boxing, and that's Mike Bata, Jesse James Leja. Amazing what they do for Texas boxing. Thank you, Oscar. So let's open it up for questions if you have any. We'll be more than happy to answer them.
Oscar, yes. Looking ahead, I see people here from Rock Nation Sports, namely David Skowitz. If he wins June 6th, are we getting Canelo Cotto next?
Well, we're obviously going to go back to the drawing board. We will have our eye on June 6th. We'll be watching very, very closely. But these are the types of fights. When you talk about the Canelos, the Cottos, when you talk about these types of styles, these types of champions, people across the globe get excited because they know they're going to get a competitive fight. They know they're going to get action. So this fight couldn't have been scripted any better. It was unbelievable. It was amazing.
Oscar, what will it take for y'all to go to Cowboy Stadium? Because we know Pacquiao did 60,000. We know Canelo could sell it out.
Yes, well, like I said, we're going to go back to the drawing board. We're going to go speak to Team Canelo, present to him the options, and like I said before, me personally, I'll be glued, or if not there, live June 6th, watching Miguel Cotto and witnessing Rock Nation on what I believe is going to be an incredible promotion. So we'll be there watching live at the Barclays Center, and I'm sure the millions and millions of fans, the legions of fans that Cotto has, will be watching as well. So it's the landscape is very interesting now. And look, there are many champions, many opponents, great fights to be made, and that's what really is exciting about promoting a young fighter like Canelo, is that he's willing to fight the very best.
Will he fight Triple G?
He will go up against anybody.
Oscar, he's only 24. What do you say about his performance tonight?
It was very impressive. I was not surprised because I did see him in the gym several days. I witnessed him sparring, and I was just in shock what I saw. I saw him grow into his man strength. You know, he's a complete fighter. He can box. He can fight. He showed a lot tonight, and it was just very impressive.
Oscar, do you still play?
Mayweather would fight him again?
I don't know. I hope he would, but I don't know. I believe that Canelo, he's told me this many times over, he is willing to fight anybody. And I still believe that at the age of 24, I mean, look, the future is more than bright for him. He's got literally the world by his hands, and sky's the limit for him. So we're gonna go back to the drawing board and see what steps we take next.
Does he in any way?
Sabemos que los estilos hacen las peleas y que la gente siempre quiere ver este tipo de combate, pero que dure los 12 asaltos. Siempre se queda desconforme cuando pelea contra boxeadores como Floyd Mayweather, que le escapan a la lucha o que terminan antes de 5 rounds. ¿Crees que Canelo tiene un rival para que realice este tipo de combate en 12 rounds?
Sí, yo creo que, mira, primeramente estas son las peleas, los combates que quiere ver la gente, la acción. La gente paga su dinero para ver una pelea, no para ver un baile o quizás yo creo que esto fue el comienzo de una era, el comienzo de Canelo Mania, y yo creo, para mí vamos a tener Canelo por muchos años, y yo creo que no va a cambiar su estilo. Él es una persona que quiere complacer al público, a sus fans, a la gente. Así que este evento estuvo, la verdad que increíble. La actuación que ambos tuvieron, la verdad que mis respetos para Kirkland, mis respetos para el Canelo, enfrente de más de... we will know the attendance shortly. 31,588. 31,000 personas, increíble.
Oscar, buenas noches.
Eso lo vamos a ver, eso no lo sabemos todavía. Vamos a analizar las varias opciones. Primeramente y obviamente va a descansar el Canelo, y muy pronto hablaremos con su equipo. Pero déjame decirte una cosa, que yo personalmente y con mi equipo, con mi vicepresidente Eric Gómez, vamos a estar viendo la pelea con mucho cuidado, con mucha atención. Junio 6, Miguel Cotto contra Daniel.
Oscar, estamos en mayo 9, hiciste una gran pelea con Matisse y Provodnikov, y este es un gran knockout. ¿Cuál es el mensaje a todos los aficionados del boxeo que están un poco con un sabor amargo de lo que sucedió el fin de semana pasado?
Yo creo que la gente está, sí, un poquito decepcionada de lo que sucedió la semana pasada, pero cuando están viendo un evento de Golden Boy, saben que van a haber acción, saben que van a haber buenas peleas. Lo que fue Matisse contra Provodnikov, ahora lo que es Canelo contra Kirkland, y obviamente pues el futuro para el boxeo, ha revivido el boxeo con estas tipos de peleas. Así que la verdad que estamos muy agradecidos por obviamente los boxeadores, y más que nada pues estamos muy contentos con la actuación que tuvo Canelo Alvarez. You know, when we make fights at Golden Boy Promotions, we always have the fans in mind. We always put the fans first, and we try and make fan-friendly fights. Lucas Matiz Probotnikov was a perfect example. Hopkins Kovalev,
Don't remind me.
like my partner, here. You know, that's what we're all about at Golden Boy, and now with Canelo Kirkland. I mean, this is what Golden Boy is all about, and this is what HBO boxing is all about, and this is what boxing in general should be. Is for the fans, for the fans to give you the best fights possible.
Oscar, las fechas importantes como el 5 de mayo, 16 de septiembre.
First of all, let me call up to the podium my partner Bernard Hopkins. He has some information about Kirkland. And
Yeah, I got word that Kirkland went to the hospital and get checked out, CAT scan, because he was down for a while on cameras, so we making sure he's okay.
But he's responsive.
Yeah, they say he's responsive, so I just want to let y'all know that. That's all. Good.
Oscar.
Perdón, las fechas importantes como el 5 de mayo, 16 de septiembre, que son para los mexicanos, para la raza, para los latinos. Hace mucho tiempo que un mexicano no pelea en Las Vegas. Es esencial para tu gente, para tu raza, que vuelvas el boxeo a estas fechas tan importantes.
Sí, no, pues yo creo que lo más importante es de seguir la tradición, ¿no? De seguir esa tradición que comenzó, por ejemplo, Julio César Chávez, esa tradición que yo continué peleando el 5 de mayo y en septiembre, las fiestas de la independencia. Y ahora pues para Canelo y para la gente mexicana y todos que quieren celebrar esas fiestas, pues es sumamente importante, ¿no? Para el boxeo en general, el boxeo mexicano. Pero mira, cuando uno sube el cuadrilátero, yo siempre he dicho que no hay nacionalidad. El boxeo es un deporte mundial. El boxeo, por ejemplo, el Canelo pelea por toda su gente, por todos los que lo apoyan, pero obviamente especialmente para la gente mexicana, que él es de Guadalajara, él es mexicano, él está orgulloso y pues para él, me imagino que él te puede hablar cuando llegue aquí, él quiere retomar esas fechas, esas tradiciones, esas fiestas mexicanas que la gente no está acostumbrada a ver un mexicano pelear.
Oscar, can you express how disappointed you are that Frankie Gomez just failed to do his job and blew a pretty big
Extremely disappointed. It's heartbreaking because I believe in Frankie Gomez. I believe that he has the ability to become a multi-world champion. I believe that he can eventually fight the very best at 100 and 147 pounds. I still believe in him, but what he did for this event was heartbreaking for me, because you couldn't give him a more perfect platform. I mean, fighting sandwiched in between the replay of Mayweather Pacquiao and then Canelo Kirkland. The stage doesn't get any bigger than that. So it was very, very disappointing, but I'm not going to give up on him.
But will you take a hard line against him, though?
Absolutely. And he has to learn his lesson. But there's ways we can go about it. I told him when we re-signed him that I'm going to take him under my wing and help him out and guide him and talk to him. But not making weight was a big shock to me. I never expected it, but it's very, very disappointing.
Oscar, tú bien dices, Canelo te ha dicho que puede pelear contra el que le ponga, pero pensando que Cotto es campeón peso medio, que Golovkin pelea en esa división, ¿tú le recomendarías que buscara esas peleas en peso medio o buscarías que fueran en super welter?
Sí, no, pues tenemos que reconocer de que el Canelo Alvarez, él es un peso super mediano, super welter, 154 libras. Él puede hacer las 154 libras sin problema. Él él hizo las 154 y media para esta pelea y sin ningún problema se lució fuerte, en buenas condiciones, pero veremos, a ver cuáles son las peleas que el público quiere ver. Las peleas que sabemos que van a ser emocionantes, con mucha acción, es lo que queremos. Y obviamente pues yo creo que el Canelo quiere lo mismo.
Would the Canelo of 3 years ago do what he did tonight?
Well, it's obviously an evolution. It's obviously a learning process. You know, he's gaining experience. He's maturing. He's growing into his, like I said, his man strength, and you know, he has more experience. He's been in there with boxers. He's been in there with punchers. He's been in college now. He's been in there with the very best. Exactly. He's in college, and he's
Master's program.
I believe he's. I mean, his first semester, he's passed with flying colors, straight A's.
Did he take your seminar, Bernard?
Possibly, but he's in college.
Oscar, does he still plan on taking fighting back in September and taking over the Mexican holidays?
Well, we have to go, like I said, go back to the drawing board, and discuss his future plans. We haven't discussed any dates. We haven't even talked about what really the plans are. So, you know, he's going to rest a couple days, and knowing him, he's going to want to have a quick meeting and discuss his future. So, we, you know, whether he fights in September, whether he fights in October, I mean, he's definitely going to fight this year again.
Okay.
Whether it's 2 or 3 times this year, I mean, he wants to stay active. He understands, you know, to become a superstar, he must fight often. He loves training. He loves being in the gym. You know, so it really is quite a pleasure to be promoting Canelo Alvarez, a champion of his caliber.
And when can we see Bernard back in the ring? Bernard?
Aggressive in the beginning, and he had him against the ropes. Was there any concern at all for you?
Absolutely, but that's what we expected. That's what we expected. Kirkland was going to be ready for this fight. He was going to be in tremendous shape, but again, Canelo's ability to adapt, to change up his game plan. He couldn't really knock him out going to the head in the first round, so he switched it up and went to the body, and he hurt Kirkland to the body. So that it just goes to show you what type of fighter Canelo is. He's learning. He's like like Hopkins said. I mean, he's in college.
Oscar, tú dices que Canelo es un 154 natural. Si pelea con Miguel Cotto, ¿te gustaría que fuera por el campeonato de Cotto, que es 160?
Pues obviamente eso lo vamos a discutir y lo vamos a hablar pues en el futuro, pero eso lo tenemos que hablar con Canelo y con su equipo. Para mí, obviamente yo lo vi en buena condición física, lo vi fuerte, el peso lo hizo fácil, y tenemos que reconocer que estuvo más de 8 o 9 meses fuera del cuadrilátero, así que ahora yo me imagino que el Canelo va a descansar quizás un par de semanas y regresar al gimnasio. Así que eso lo tenemos que tomar en cuenta y tenemos que hablarlo bien si se va a quedar y pelear en las 154 libras o subir a peso mediano.
Would you be concerned at all, like Golovkin's size would be an issue? Still a young guy, and Golovkin's a little bit bigger physically. Would that be a concern?
Well, it's a concern now, absolutely, because Triple G is a solid middleweight. And Canelo, he can make 154 with no problem. We have to keep in mind that Canelo has been out of the ring for before this fight for about 9 months, and he did make the weight relatively easy. He looked strong. He looked in tremendous shape. So, and made 154.5. So we have to go back to the drawing board and discuss discuss future plans and see what weight he feels comfortable with. But eventually, he is going to grow into a middleweight, and he is going to fight Triple G when the time is right. And I can guarantee you one thing, that people were talking about the super fight last weekend. I mean, you talk about a super fight, a year and a half down the road, 2 years, Triple G Canelo would surpass any type of number or hype that last week's fight, and it would guarantee action. Boxing just keeps on growing. Boxing just, the fans want to see fights. They want to see action. They know the game. And the world knows that Triple G versus Canelo down the road would be the next super mega fight.
I know you don't like the globe. I know you don't like the globe, but how much did tonight's fight put last week's fight to shame?
What fight? Last week's fight? I received a call from your good friend Bob Arum. Yeah, telling me congratulations, great job, and I just told him we learned from the best. So that was nice of him. So.
Oscar, I see you brought Zachary here with you. Do you plan on bringing him here to Texas to fight? And when is Bernard's next fight?
Yes, I mean, look, we have...
Before I turn 60. I've got 10 years to ask that question.
All right.
From now.
Okay.
We brought several of our young top prospects, to get the feel of what it's like, to feel the energy. We brought Zachary here for a reason, because we believe in his abilities, and he's going to be a fighter that you want to keep your eye on. Not only is he, people talk about the charisma, people talk about, the looks, but most importantly, he can fight. And that's the bottom line. He can fight. So, that's what we do. Golden Boy Promotions builds fighters from the bottom, from the bottom up. We know how to cultivate and build champions. I mean, you take a look at the landscape of boxing today, and we built more than 85% of all champions out there. I mean, that's exactly what we do. I mean, we have the best matchmakers, we have the best team. So, we brought young fighters like Zachary, and my cousin De La Hoya, Diego, who can fight, Vargas, who's here challenging for a world title in his next fight. So, these are the fighters that are the next generation.
Oscar, what are your thoughts, speaking of young fighters, what are your thoughts tonight about Joseph Diaz Jr.? And, how in the last 3 or 4 fights he's really developed that pro game?
First of all, he's a tremendous talent. He tore his, I believe it was his left.
We're not sure if it's torn, but he's going to get it checked out.
He's going to get his left bicep checked out. He believes it's torn. But he's a tremendous talent. This was the perfect fight for him. His opponent wouldn't fold. He came to fight, took him the distance. That's exactly what he needed. I mean, these are the types of fights that help you develop to grow into that fighter that he wants to be. How long do we have? Okay, Canelo is on his way. Like Bernard said, Kirkland is taking precautionary measurements just to make sure everything's okay.
Oscar, the atmosphere tonight was unbelievable. The fans appreciated that there were tickets available at $10 for them. Is this the plan moving forward with fights, not making them available to all fans, not just the elite?
Well, look, I mean, Canelo has mentioned to me that he wants to fight in Texas or outside of Las Vegas, where we can take the event to the fans that cannot fly over to Vegas or pay the the high-priced ticket. You know, he loves fighting in San Antonio. He loves fighting here now in Houston. I mean, look, we're gonna see Canelo fight here in Texas once a year, and that's what he's stated to me. So it's all about taking the event to the fans who are the loyal fans, the fans who follow boxing with just a great passion, and so you know, it's important. It's important that that Canelo you know, keeps coming back.
Justamente, Oscar, ¿es posible que algún día una combinación Canelo Cotto, Canelo Golovkin pudieran aspirar al estadio de los Vaqueros para rivalizar con el récord de Chávez en el Azteca?
Sí, no, pues obviamente es posible, obviamente. Yo creo que los planes son de descansar un poco y vamos a hablar con el equipo del Canelo, pero como les dije antes, mira, el Canelo quiere pelear con los mejores del mundo y brindarles a ustedes, a los fans, a la prensa, las bonitas peleas. Almost.
When's Canelo gonna come to Dallas? You named Houston, you named San Antonio, but I know you didn't say Dallas.
Well, I'm sure that eventually, with the beautiful stadium that Jerry Jones has in Dallas, I'm sure we're going to be sitting down sooner or later. Like I said before, Canelo plans on fighting somewhere in Texas once a year. I don't know for how many years, maybe for the rest of his career, or who knows, but he wants to fight in Texas once a year. He loves Texas. He loves his fans.
Regarding Frankie Gomez, did Freddie Roach or anyone from his camp tell you maybe he's not going to make weight? Maybe there was some trouble there?
No, what shocked me is that Freddie Roach didn't show up. And his assistant coach didn't show up, so that was
bad sign already?
We're obviously going to talk to Freddie and talk to his assistant trainer and see what happened, but obviously those weren't good signs. You know, I didn't make nothing of it, but you know, when you put two and two together, I mean, it's obviously it didn't help that Freddie wasn't here. It didn't help that his assistant trainer wasn't here, and you know, obviously those are no excuses whatsoever. But you know, when you're on this stage, when you're presented this opportunity, how can you not be here with a fighter, with a talented boxer like Frankie Gomez? So we'll see. We'll get the story straight for Freddie. And I mean, look, it happened. It is what it is. But yes, I am very, very disappointed.
Oscar, will you ever put Canelo and Matisse and Mauricio Herrera all in the same card?
Well, look, I mean that's obviously you know, we have to just sit down with the team and
it's called a dumb question.
And put. I mean, that's what we're all about, is putting, you know, from top to bottom some great fights. And you know, you just mentioned Mauricio Herrera, who we have big plans for. We're really excited about his future and his next fight. And so, you know, when you have a fighter like Canelo who is headlining, you know, it allows you to stack the cards and put on the fights that the fans want to see. So, you know, it's a possibility.
Oscar, how would you rate Tayshawn's performance?
En la pelea de Matisse con Bravonikov habías dicho que querías al ganador para Matisse de Floyd Mayweather y de Manny Pacquiao, y que tu corazón estaba con el filipino. Lamentablemente para ti ganó Floyd Mayweather. ¿Vas a ir a buscar esa pelea también para Matisse en septiembre o en octubre, teniendo en cuenta que dijo que se va a retirar?
Pues yo creo que Matisse está listo para cualquiera en las 140 libras. Y quizás también en las 147 libras. A mí me encantaría ver, por ejemplo, una pelea con Manny Pacquiao y Lucas Matisse. Me encantaría verlo con Bam Bam Ríos subiendo de peso. Peleas emocionantes, peleas buenas, ¿no? Para el público, así que yo no sé qué va a hacer, Terence Crawford, obviamente, sí es otro campeón, que sería una pelea excelente, así que veremos, a ver, pero la primera opción para mí, personalmente, sería un nombre como Manny Pacquiao, porque Martí se merece las peleas grandes. Okay, 5 minutes.
All right, what can we expect more from Tayshaun, and how do you rate his performance?
Tayshaun,
okay.
You know, I was actually pleasantly surprised. First of all, I'm glad he didn't get knocked out. I think it showed me he has a good chin. He took some really good punches. But he has 3 fights, 4 fights, and he showed that he's learning. He showed that he's serious about boxing. He threw combinations. He threw more punches. I mean, he was actually impressive. He was very impressive, considering he has 4 fights. So look, we're going to develop him. We're going to move him. He has the build. He has the physique. But he has the hunger. He has the he has that demeanor. He wants to continue. He wants to fight. But we're going to move him slowly. We're going to move him slowly. He's learning. All right, good.